What up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunslinger Gaming Frosty Pints podcast. I'm Gobi. With me tonight is Grunkness, Necro, and Nighthawk. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Can't complain, dude. Doing good.
Oh, just same old shit. Just another day.
Yeah. So this week's kind of was we'll call it kind of big for the gaming worlds. A couple console releases, a couple big games. One of them, Call of Duty, breaking another sales record, as Grunkness brought up.
Every year.
Yeah,
If-
this one I like this one though. I'm not sure I like their pricing scheme, but I'm enjoying the game. I'll say that much.
Oh, do they have another microtransaction thing in their store now?
I actually haven't even looked at their store. I don't even have the season pass or anything. I just bought the standard edition. I think Necro's got the ultimate edition though.
For Call of Duty,
Yeah. Or is that?
I
Assassin's
didn't even
Creed?
see it.
Oh, you didn't.
For Assassin's Creed, I just bought the regular game. For Call of Duty, I bought the Ultimate Edition.
So that's just the season pass, or the season pass. Or no, what is it within the ultimate?
I didn't even look.
So
I don't really care personally.
I can't say I'm not there with you, because honestly I have kind of lost interest in Call of Duty, but
So I was talking about pricing structure. We're all on Necro and I are on PC, so we have your basic standard edition and ultimate edition. If you're on consoles, you have like 3 different editions that you need to look out for. The standard edition does not allow an upgrade, so if you buy the Xbox One version of Cold War, it does not upgrade to the PS5. You can play it. You can play it on the next gen consoles as a backwards compatible title, but you won't have all the fancy improvements of the next gen version. The next tier up is like the cross gen bundle, so you pay $10 more to get it upgraded to the cross gen when you get that generation or whatever.
so what I'm hearing there is a lot of parents are going to be real upset come Christmas when they're asking for the same game over again.
That's a little slimy.
Yeah, I thought the extra $10 is a little crappy. I should know. I know the Ultimate Edition for consoles does include the cross-gen. It also includes everything the Ultimate Edition on PC does. But the other editions, I don't own a console, so I don't keep up on that. I just know that from previous stories that there's those different tiers that you need to look out for.
Now, if they offer like pay $10 later to upgrade it, I would be okay with that. But to make you just pay $10 right off the gate to potentially upgrade it, and then you have to buy a full game if you don't do that,
Yeah,
that's a little
Yeah,
slimy.
that's a little slimy right there, but
Yeah, and I don't know the length of how long you have to upgrade to the next gen if you buy the cross-gen package. I'm hoping it's
Because
not
that was a
time
big
limit.
thing.
Right. I mean, because some people don't upgrade in the first year of consoles. I mean, I know,
Yeah.
like,
no, a lot of people wait.
Like, that was a big selling point for a lot of games coming out right now was, hey, if you buy it on PS4 or Xbox XYZ, whatever one it is now, it'll upgrade for free or whatever to the next gen. That was a big selling point a lot of developers had right now.
yeah.
I mean,
No
I
Man's
would say that's a
Sky-
big selling point in general, but
Yeah, No Man's Sky got a free upgrade. The other game that I don't really want to mention that Nighthawk will eventually end up mentioning, Destiny 2, didn't they get like a free upgrade too?
yeah, they do get a free upgrade coming up. I think it's already technically happened. But there was a free upgrade for them to go to a Series X with Beyond Light. which I know a lot of people are not happy about. So I guess we won't really talk about it. But you know, apparently a lot of people don't like it. They don't think it's actual content to be. It's the same old, same Destiny complains. Everybody bought it. Everybody's playing it, but everybody's complaining about it. So
Well, of course, once you pay money for it, you feel entitled to be able to complain, right?
exactly. But you're still gonna keep playing it.
I know that all too well. Like the whole "this game is garbage" keeps playing.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, but I will say, I mean, I've seen it run. I've seen the new one run on a Series X, and it it looks like it's running on my PC. Let's just say that.
oh,
Give it a year.
so okay.
True.
Yeah. So quick before we move on back to Call of Duty, the one thing I did want to mention about the zombies that they changed is they added loadouts, which some people thought was going to unbalance the game. It actually works quite well.
Yeah, go into detail about that because I remember my last zombies experience was you bought weapons off of the wall, right?
Yeah, no, there's still those
That
weapons off
wasn't
the
that like
wall.
Zombies 1?
Yeah, so you actually go back to, I believe it's a map from World at War, the World at War zombies. So there's still the weapons on the wall and stuff, and there's like barricades that you gotta to blow up. But you gain
Yeah.
essence by killing zombies and whatever. But they also drop like, I'll call them scrap gears and scrap radio parts, and you use those later on once you turn on the power. So the scrap gears upgrades your weapons, and there's like 3 different tiers you can upgrade your weapons. And then once you turn on the power, you go through this portal, and it takes you to like this other side, and you grab a piece, and you can pack a punch your weapon. And so this time around, the pack a punch adds basically special ammo to whatever weapon you pack a punch. So like me, I love the M4, so I made a loadout with the M4. So I start with an M4 with a red dot and a suppressor and stuff, and I go to town killing zombies. It levels up the gun for me. It levels up my character, and when I go in, I upgrade it. I can upgrade it, and when I go to the pack a punch, I get flame ammo out of my, M4. Uh,
Now, do you get Battle Pass XP by playing zombies? Because I remember in Black Ops 4 you didn't.
I don't have the battle pass.
There is
no-
So,
There is no battle pass in Cold War yet. I think like the season stuff starts in December, according to the game. When you go into the game settings or somewhere in the settings, it tells you that the season starts in December.
Because
There's not
it's in the Ultimate Bundle. It says Battle Pass Season 1 plus 20 tier skips. So there's not even in the game yet.
Yeah, not that I've seen either. Not that I've seen.
Plus a 20 tier skip. That makes it even slimier.
I mean, it does say that the season starts in December, so I'd imagine that that's when it comes.
yeah, I mean that's your standard battle pass. I mean I'm sure it's going to be the same battle pass it was in Modern Warfare. I don't think.
But
it's gonna change.
your loadouts are shared between zombies and the multiplayer.
Yes.
So you can play zombies and get the XP towards your unlocks for multiplayer. That's cool.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
The only thing
They didn't have that in Black Ops 4.
is the skins. So, all right. So I kill zombies, whatever, and I unlock the skins for the weapon. I can use those skins in zombie mode. But if I go into multiplayer, those skins are still locked behind the multiplayer challenges. So if you got to
Yeah.
Slimy.
no, I mean everything else is unlocked. Like all
Well,
the
they
weapon
had that in
XP.
Black Ops 4 too. It was the camos were different. Like you would have different camos for zombies that you would for
Yeah, but-
multiplayer, but you didn't get unlocks. Like you couldn't level your guns and get a new
Yeah.
sight or a new stock or whatever by playing zombies. You could only do that by playing multiplayer, or whatever it was called. Not Warzone, but their version of Warzone.
Yeah, I mean, I played like 3 multiplayer matches, and the rest has been zombies. I have my M4 pass level 20. I have, the red dot, the suppressor, the foregrip, the whole 9 yards. Like, it's unlocking everything as I go, and I only have to play zombies, and it's nice.
See, that's pretty cool. Like I'm a sucker for some good co-op, and mindless horde shooting fun is like the perfect co-op in my eyes. Like that fact that you can upgrade your multiplayer stuff while doing that is pretty cool.
That's how Gobi is trying to get me to buy the game.
Zombies
Peer
is
pressure,
just
peer pressure, peer
fun.
pressure.
Yeah, I've been playing it, and he hasn't asked me at all.
Yeah,
Oh, he likes him more than you.
next. No, actually, I've been. I haven't even played with him. I've been playing with my nephews and stuff, and family members. I mean, it came out on
Ew,
Friday.
family.
Ew. Family?
We played Black Ops a lot when he was back on R&R from the army, so we reconnected over Cold War again. It's been
Oh, I see. You're trying to give him PTSD. I got it.
yeah, of all the good times we had at my house. So the next game actually Necro has played, and you guys want to know about it.
I've seen it played.
Valhalla.
I've watched.
I
Streams.
do. I've seen a couple of streams, but I am interested to see how you liked it because it is the next game that I want to buy.
I'm just worried it is a reskin of Odyssey, and it's just Odyssey with Vikings, which I'm okay with because I'm a sucker for Vikings. But I would also feel like I'm getting a little cheated if they give me the same game with a different skin.
Not really. I mean, you have this. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but you get like a whole village that you can upgrade. After at some point you move from Norway to England, and you get this whole village that you move to, and you can upgrade throughout the game. And the combat seems about the same. The loot or the gear isn't as crazy as it was in Odyssey. I think with Odyssey they gave you like countless.
Oh yeah, it was a little too much.
Yeah, with this one.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
do like how they. I saw they brought back the whole like farming for those special armor, like how we used to have Ezio's collection and all that stuff. I saw that they brought that kind of stuff back.
Yeah, and if you find some gear that you like, you can stay with it, and you can upgrade the gear that you want. You don't have to change. You can you can go from like standard gear, and you can upgrade it to like the legendary status. So you don't have to use any of the gear that you find.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, Odyssey kind of let you do that. Like if you had that sword that looked really cool, you could just like destroy a higher leveled sword and upgrade the one you had.
Yeah, when I've been playing it, I haven't really been collecting a lot of gear, so they got away with all of that. So I only have like 2 sets since I've been playing, and I've been playing for about 6 to 10 hours so far, and I haven't even been able to find any gear. The gear that I have now I got from Twitch Prime from their drop.
Yeah, I saw the hidden ones gear that you can get, but you have to like find all the secret keys and chests and stuff like that.
And there's a whole section where you're in Asgard, like a huge section. I thought it was going to be like a 5-10 minute mission, and it turned into be like this huge like 5-hour campaign.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
one
cool.
of my friends that was playing a little bit got the whole Thor armor set from when he was in Asgard.
Yeah, you meet Thor and Loki, and
apparently you can find a special armor set
somewhere. I missed it, but yeah, you can find it.
Yeah.
I was reading something
Now,
about Thor's hammer too.
Yes, you can find Thor's hammer.
All right, you just sold me. I'm buying the game. All you had to say was you can wield Thor's hammer.
You can also wield Excalibur, so don't forget that one.
Can I dual wield Excalibur and Thor's hammer?
No, but wouldn't that be great?
You know, it wouldn't surprise me because you can wield 2 different weapons if you don't want to hold like you can. Because in one you can hold like the axe, and then the other hand you can use your shield. But it lets me choose between the 2, and I have like a spear, so I can use a spear in one hand and an axe in the other. So I haven't really tried it, but I would imagine you probably could.
Yeah, because I've seen that they like went more heavy into melee combat, less into assassin creating people.
Yeah, I mean you can play that way with they like I'm just going in when I play I go in and just kill crap. I don't do the sneaking stuff, but you can play.
Sneaky.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
When you end up meeting two guys that are from the Creed that group, the Assassins group, Creed or whatever, and they teach you some things. But beyond that, you don't have to play that way. You can play however you want to.
Well, I mean, you're a Viking, dude. You just got to run in there and go ham on people.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hmm.
But you can. They give you the hidden blade. But he from the get go when he puts it on, they tell him he has to turn it around and sacrifice one of his fingers, and he chooses to put it right side up and not do that.
Oh, he's already just like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Odin said no.
And you still have the bird, the that you can fly overhead.
Yeah,
to
isn't
see
it a
stuff.
raven this time?
Yeah.
It's like a raven now, right? Because that's very Odin, like Odin, the All-Father, raven stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, see, because it looks so cool to me. I love that whole Norse mythology, like God of War 4 style. Like that game was amazing. So this one, when they announced it, I was like, I'm there. I'm totally down for it. I just hope it's not a bug-filled mess like Ubisoft loves to release.
I haven't
Yeah.
experienced any. I mean, the only thing I may have experienced was I was supposed to follow this kid to where his friends were, and he ran into a sign, and he just kept running.
Well, you
And
just gotta
running.
ask him a question and he'll move, right?
No, he's like, come on, follow me, and I'm like, dude, you're running into a sign, and it's been like 5 minutes. I had to roll into him in order to get him to move and glitch out.
Well, I'm sold. Sorry, Gobi. I'm not buying Call of Duty. I'm buying Assassin's Creed.
It's all good. Cause
Oh wait, there was a bad guy who kept running around me in a circle. I just stood there for a while, and I was like, okay, well,
Was it a shark?
How,
but
how
beyond
did
that,
you
I was
not
more.
record it?
It wasn't something I was thinking about. I was more like I set my control. I play on a mouse and keyboard, and I just kind of leaned back and watched it. I had a rolling laugh that went on the entire time, and I couldn't. I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
See, that I can't do. If it's a third-person like action game, I just plug in my PS4 controller to my computer. Like
Yep.
I'm not a big mouse and keyboard guy when it comes to third-person games. First person all the way, mouse and keyboard. But yeah,
I'm not a big mouse and keyboard guy at all, honestly.
yeah, how many,
I tried to get into it, couldn't do it.
If there's shooting involved, yeah, I'll use mouse and keyboard in a third-person game. If it's a shooting game, but if it's melee combat, there's dodging, like Dark Souls-esque combat, give me a controller. Otherwise, I'm just gonna fail miserably.
yeah. I pretty much use a controller all the time. How's that Tantalus working out for you?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was directed at Nighthawk.
Oh, for which one?
Your Tantalus.
Oh, I'm loving it.
Not a mouse
Yeah.
keyboard guy.
Yeah. So I bought the it's not the Tantalus. Which one did I buy? Hang on, I'll look at it. Oh, I bought the Tartarus. It's the it's the whatchamacallit. It's the programmable left-hand keyboard, basically, so that I can basically take my WASD and all other controls, and my spacebar and put it on my left hand, so I don't have to use the full keyboard. I can just use my mouse and my Tartarus. Yeah, I bought that thing. Was like, oh, I'm totally gonna get into mouse and keyboard. Totally gonna do it. It's sat unplugged forever. I ended up buying the Razer Wolverine Ultimate, and that's what I use.
Yeah. Well, speaking of melee, there's a game I don't think anybody here is buying, but we'll talk about it for a minute. Godfall Yeah, this is a basically melee game from what I understand. It hasn't had a whole lot of good reviews about the story, but it sounds like it's mainly about the end game and a melee-based game.
Wasn't it just like Melee Division?
I was
Yes.
thinking more like For Honor, like. But
Because it looked cool when it released, like the trailer, and it seemed like they were more of look at how shiny the game is, look at how good it looks, and less about look at how fun it will be to play.
Yeah.
I do remember watching a couple of like the release videos of it being like, look at how pretty it is. All of this loot you can get. I was like, okay, I don't care.
But you
'Cause
know
the
what else
game's
said
fun.
that? Anthem said the same thing.
Well,
hey, they are getting a remaster or redo. Or
Yeah, I'll believe
2.0.
Anthem next when I'll believe that when they release it.
yeah,
This game,
yeah.
I have a feeling like we're talking about it now, and it's very blah. I'm hoping this takes the No Man's Sky route, and in a few years we talk about how great this game is and how much it's changed and all that stuff. Because it does look really cool, but we'll see if it survives. I just don't. It's not my style of game, so. Necro is probably the only one I know that might buy this, and.
No. No. I saw one review and they were like, oh, there's only 3 maps, and like the end game is really just you replaying story mode, and I'm like, no.
So Destiny?
But with 3 maps.
Yeah, it's like 3 maps, and the end game content is like a new game plus, basically, and you're just going through the same 3 maps, fighting the exact same enemies and the exact same bosses over and over again.
So
I'm like, nope.
Yeah, well, Anthem and Destiny at this point too, sadly.
Yeah, but Destiny at least had the Crucible.
Oh, yes.
So, like, if you wanted just some OG Halo vibes, you could totally just go into Crucible, and that's what I did. Once I was like, I've done the raid, I've done every single strike.
Yeah, but so here's the problem with New Light. All this, or not New Light, with Beyond
Dying
Light
Light
now.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of took out a third of the game.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they vaulted because I guess their new goal for Destiny is to make it, rather than worrying about a Destiny 3 right now, they're worrying about being able to grow Destiny continuously as it goes through the years.
Get that to Destiny 1 and then release Destiny 2 anyway.
Well, so this time, what they did is they're still playing off of the Darkness storyline, and now what they did for Beyond Light was the Darkness has eaten randomly, and nobody knows why or what happened to it, but it's eaten a third of the planets that used to be on Destiny. And that was how they played it off in the storyline. The truth of what they did was they vaulted a lot of the planets and a lot of the activities so that they could update faster and be more supportive faster. And they said that they will continuously drop things out of the vault and put other things in the vault and try and change the game up as much as they possibly can. But a lot of people are pissed because they also said that when they do vault things, they will make the gear that you have been using non-usable. Or at least to the point where you won't be able to upgrade it. If they come out with new light levels, you won't be able to upgrade your gear to that current light level. It'll be capped at the point that they vaulted that gear.
Ooh.
So
I don't
people are
people
a little pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds a little
So,
messed
like, all of this gear that we have been playing with for the past, 4 years now, they vaulted all of those planets, and they capped them at 1050 or 1060. The new light level is, like, a soft cap of 1500 or something. So, we now have all this gear that everybody has loved and grown playing, and it's all capped at 1060. and your new light level is way above that. So for very obvious reasons, people are pissed.
Yeah, I don't see why they're pissed at all. We could probably spend an entire podcast on why they are pissed.
Probably, but that would just piss Gobi off. So we're
That
gonna
could be
not
every
do
podcast. You could just be new this week. Gamers are mad.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I would much rather do. Hey, look at this game that completely turned itself around. I mean, sure, it'd be a short list, but at least we could talk about Fallout 76 again.
Hey, Fallout 76 is a great game again.
Yeah.
I thoroughly
so
enjoy
you're
that
the
game.
one person that plays that game.
Dude,
Gobi too.
yeah. Ever since Wastelanders and the Steam release, the game has made a 180-degree turn. It feels like a Fallout game again. The One Wasteland update kind of made it more of a pain in the ass for lower levels, but once you hit a breaking point, then you break even, like any MMO. But you know, it definitely made. I'm level 17, and it made it a lot more interesting. But it's not horrible. I think it still takes like 4 bullets to take somebody down. So you just gotta watch your ammo management a little better. But
Wait, to take down another player, it takes like 4 bullets?
no, like super
No.
mutant or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to be walking through the woods and then be shot 4 times and fall over. That's a little rude.
No,
I will say that when we played it, when we started, we were definitely worried about coming into that game and having to run around with an open world. And it was pretty, from what Gobi had said, it was pretty different with the fact that, like, we were doing a mission and all of a sudden,
random
ass-puckering random level 150 came out of nowhere. And Gobi's sitting there, like, butt cheeks puckered and like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. And they're just, like, sitting there helping us. We were like, huh.
Yeah, I was.
We're gonna run away now, though.
Corner and fucking shoot him on accident.
Yeah, I almost did that. I kind of dropped out of the ceiling, and he was kind of right in front of me, and I pulled the trigger, and I missed. I did miss. But we both kind of just sat there and stared at each other for a second, and I thought I was gonna fucking
He
die.
immediately was like, this guy serves no threat to me. I'll just let him do what
That's
he does.
exactly what it was.
He can't even shoot me, and he tried.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you necessarily have to worry too much if you do jump into public servers. From what I've seen, there isn't a whole lot of griefing. Most of the players hanging around the start are trying to be helpful. Of course, you're gonna have a few trolls. I mean, what game doesn't have them? But
Of course.
I haven't really ran into any prevalent ones. I mean, I did one, but they didn't realize I was level 17 and they were only level 5 and thought they were going to be funny, and then they realized I was a much higher level and decided to run away. But, I mean, other than that, like, I haven't really seen a high-level player just come down and just fuck with low-level players, because there doesn't seem to be a need to. There is another update coming. They're adding the Steel Dawn storyline stuff. We won't get into that because I want to talk about PS5 and the Xbox X launch.
Well, real quick, as an ending to Godfall, to show how little it is on anybody's radar, we talked about 2 separate games longer than we talked about Godfall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, first thing we should touch on is PS5 owners. If you do have one, you're listening to this, don't put it into rest mode. It's just not a good idea at the moment.
Can I paint you a picture?
Go for it. Yes.
Christmas morning, little Timmy unwraps his brand new PS5. He's so excited. He's got the brand new Call of Duty that he bought a second time in order to play it on his brand new PS5. His mother's mad. He goes, he puts it in. He gets a few matches in, but then it's like, we got to go to Graham's house for Christmas dinner. Okay, just walks away. Comes back a few hours later. He's so excited. I'm gonna jump back into Call of Duty, and he's met with a generic problem, and now his PS5 is a brick.
That brought a tear to my eye.
It shouldn't be funny, but it is.
So just fair warning. Make sure you you don't put your PS5 in rest mode, and also if you are playing multiplayer games on a PS5, make sure you mute the microphone in your controller.
That's right. That's a thing now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's
I
that.
I
about
forgot.
that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot
quote,
there's a
unquote, feature.
mic in the controller now.
Yeah.
Also, remember that you're playing the right version of the game. Some people are like, I just realized that I've been playing the PS4 version of Call of Duty.
Oh man.
Because you have to like one of the buttons lets you select the options when you're on the home screen, and if you own both of them digitally, it will default to one of them over the other, and you'll be playing one version. You won't even realize you're not playing the PS5 version. People are posting it online. They're like, I've been playing the PS4 version this whole time.
So to go back to Valhalla, I was reading about Valhalla, and there was a guide on how to download the PS5 version because apparently it is hidden in the store behind like 6 different windows. And then when you finally get to it, it's not even an option to upgrade the PS5 version. It's off to the side underneath like about the game to scroll all the way down, and then it finally says upgrade to PS5.
Sounds about right.
Like, why did Sony not make that more accessible? That just seems like a huge oversight.
So the other issue that so one of our members, Ironside, he's going to be getting a PS5, but he's also looking at getting a new monitor, and apparently the PS5 does not play well with 2K monitors. There are select ones out there that do work with the PS5, but apparently it just does not. It's either 1080p or 4K. Like those.
Sony said that the PS5 doesn't do 1440.
That's weird. Why wouldn't it?
I don't know. They're
They can do 4K.
I'm sorry. It's Sony.
So what you're saying is, for the same price, I can just buy an RTX 3080 and then select any resolution I want.
If you can find it.
That too.
They said 2021, baby. I'm waiting, counting down the days.
Yeah, that's what they say about Xbox and PS5. But look how that's going for them.
Soon, TM. Okay, soon TM.
Yeah. So let's see. So I did. Okay, so there are some minor issues with the PS5 on launch. Apparently, you just read this article if you have a PS5. Yeah, there's not many, but I don't want to go into detail. It's a bunch of little things like a loud humming sound. It's probably a fan or something. So Xbox, I haven't heard much other than you can't find them.
Yeah, I mean.
Now, I have read some tweets from Microsoft, or I guess from Xbox, about things you should not do to your Xbox Series X.
What, like vape through the fan?
Yes, you should not blow vape smoke into your Xbox. That is a big no-no. If anyone didn't know that.
Well, they had a video that was circulating that everybody believed was an Xbox smoking on day one. Somebody convinced the whole world that they had managed to overpower their Xbox so hard that it started smoking and like really smoking. And then it turns out they found the rest of the video where the kid is literally like blowing vape up the Xbox's ass.
Dude, it's just
and
Vape
watching
Nation
it come
from
out
there,
the top.
dude. Vape Nation.
Yeah.
But it will hover a ping pong ball. I saw that video.
No, it won't.
It won't.
That's a lie.
I'm never buying one again. I'm never gonna buy it.
Even
I can't
Xbox.
put like ping pong balls.
Xbox came out and said our fans are not that powerful. They do not float a ping pong ball.
Unsellable. I literally can't play that console now. If I can't play beer pong with my Xbox, what's the point?
I mean, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
So the Xbox does have a couple of issues. Apparently, it has strange noises. I've heard loud disk drives. Um, this one says something about corrupt 4K display. No signal or corrupt image coming from a 4K. Maybe check the cable. I don't know. That usually helps with that shit. In Xbox Series
Buy the
X
right cable.
controllers, that too. Desyncing and not pairing with the console. Yeah, that might need a firmware update. Just saying. And then some app issues, with things like Peacock TV, Remote Play, because who
What
uses
the hell is
Remote Play?
Peacock TV?
Oh,
NBC's
Yeah,
streaming
isn't that
service.
NBC?
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
my god,
Get
really?
with the times,
It's
man.
I'm
technically
sorry, man.
technically
can I
it's
say?
free.
Yeah.
Well, in Xbox's defense, though, my PS4 sounds like it's going into the atmosphere whenever it's on like pro mode and play at 4K on the TV. That fan takes off. So, I mean, a loud fan is just like par for the course now on consoles, for me at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like anything, all right? The first shipping of anything, you're going to have issues. Like, it happens. It's why I never buy anything when it first comes out.
I mean, you just don't when you're an early adopter of new technology, you have to expect some bugs.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
But at the same time, like people said that not a one single Project Scorpio Xbox One X is still out, and pretty much everybody has either just bricked them and put them on a shelf, or they had to like return them and get them back and all that. Dude, my Scorpio is still sitting right next to me, working perfectly fine.
well, I did have the Red Ring of Death on the 360, but it was after
Yeah.
years of owning that console.
See, I
I didn't have that
Slim,
problem.
so I didn't have that issue. But yeah.
See, mine, it was, I want to say 3 or 4 years into me owning a 360, it finally bricked. That was an original, I don't want to say a launch 3. It was maybe a year after launch. So it wasn't, they didn't really do anything extra to it. It was probably old stock. So, yeah, I mean, it still took a few years, but it wasn't that bad.
Right.
But then even PC has the same issue. The 3090s and 3080s, their chips were blowing.
Oh.
And NVIDIA actually said, yeah, sorry, we used really bad chips, or not chips, it was transistors or whatever on the board were literally just exploding and bricking the cards because they used cheap transistors.
I exhibit
So
no
it's
surprise
not
there.
just consoles. It's not just consoles. PC gamers have their issues too.
Yeah, we don't need to even. That's another entire podcast right there. I mean, issues with PC gaming. I mean, God.
I mean, it's just to quell the fanboys who were talking about the console releases and how they all have these bugs. Us PC gamers, we can shut up too. We have our own problems.
Dude, so you were talking about before. You could buy a PS5 or a 3080. No, you can't, because you can't find them.
Can't find either one, and they're both going to be bricked by the time I get to play them.
Right, perfect. I mean, there you go.
They're both $500 paperweights.
Right, exactly.
That's one way of looking at it. But all right, I think yeah, we're gonna call it a night. So thanks for joining, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'll catch you all later.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Do we stay?